And be funny.
Hi. My name is Erin Hart, and this is Tales from the Pool.
Yay!
Thank you for watching.
Yeah, and I am Brandon Nariman Jetty. I am a co-host, and we have two wonderful guests tonight. The wonderful Amber Scazzo. Make some noise, Amber. Perfect.
Not really.
That is a noise. It's an annoying noise, but that is a noise. That is valid.
It was the Dumb and Dumber noise.
Yeah, you want to hear the most annoying noise in the world? Perfect. Glad we've all seen it, except for Ramon. Ramon, make some noise. Ramon Hernandez.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Ramon Hernandez. Hey, everybody.
Perfect. You were tuned to your NPR setting. We're tuned it to smut setting.
Hey,
which is
baby.
yeah, exactly. Which was Charlie Rose when the cameras were off. By the way. Yes.
I do have to
Charlie Rose
apologize
reference.
because I was at Trader Joe's right before this, and I told the cashier that we had a sex worker on tonight because that's what I thought you said. And so when you said Amber's here, I'm like, wow, that sounds like a great porn name.
Yeah.
My middle name is Lynn.
Oh,
so
no.
It's Amber Lynn, which is a porn star's name.
Yeah, classic.
I don't know who this.
You know,
But
Do you guys look
explain.
alike at all? I don't know who Amber Lynn is.
Amber Lynn was a porn star back in the 80s.
Beautiful.
She was
Way
redheaded.
before your time.
Okay. Yeah,
But-
way before I was Jack, and that's real.
But explain, you're not a porn star.
I'm not. I'm a barber by
Oh.
trade and a comic.
Okay. Do you trim pubes? That's kind of like an intersection. Will you trim pubes?
I have not trimmed pubes.
Can you style it and mousse it maybe?
I could probably do that.
Ooh.
I don't know. We'll
I
see.
have an ample amount of ass hair. You can probably mohawk me.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you a hairy person?
Oh.
Extremely,
Really?
especially the
You got
crack. I mean, it's
massive.
it's a mess. It's
He went to my sugaring girl.
oh my
Oh.
god.
What's
I
a
got
sugar
sugared.
girl?
I got
What is
sugared.
that?
I got sugared.
Sugar's
Okay.
like waxing, but you get I get a Brazilian where they take it all off.
Ah, beautiful.
But it's like you get lemon and sugar and honey and mix it together, and she puts it like this, and like
It's basically wax.
Lemoncello out of your.
Yeah, limoncello. Yeah,
I
exactly.
said sugary
Spring break.
lemon. It's like a lemonade in my crotch.
Did you get your starfish waxed?
Yeah, that was pretty much what I went in for.
Did you
Okay.
really?
Yeah, of course.
And she's super cool.
You're very
She is
progressive.
super cool. She was great, and it was because I was like, my ass crack is kind of hairy, you know.
Okay.
I did it, and amazing. Here's the most amazing thing about it: way less toilet paper usage. I mean, crazy.
Good for
Get
you.
out
Like
of here.
1 to 2 squares max, and
Who
I'm
are
like,
you?
is this how people are living?
Do you do a wet
Rosie
nap?
O'Donnell?
What? You know Rosie. You know her naturally hairless asshole. Clean shits. What's
So
that?
no wet naps?
No, not needed. It was perfect. It was amazing. I might actually go back and do that just to get.
She moved locations, by the way.
I might get it lasered. Make it a laser.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Put a
okay,
laser up
okay,
there.
okay.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like the futuristic sex toy. Can get my asshole lasered, but no,
I heard
no.
it feels like rubber band snapping.
Oh, all over your asshole?
Probably.
That sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay, a little BDSM play. Perfect.
Yeah.
Aaron, do you have any hot topics you want to talk about? Sometimes you do pop culture. Anything?
I'm still sad about LeBron. I'm really, really, really sad that
Bron,
he was
Bron.
out with the Kardashians. He has turned to trash. I don't know what's happened to my LeBron. He left Cleveland. Sad day.
She's an Ohioan. She came
I'm
from a
from
small
Ohio.
town in Ohio called.
Right outside of Akron, Cleveland area.
Okay.
Weren't you born in like slave bar or something?
That was my past life. I was a slave.
Browns or Bengals?
It was literally called that.
Browns, duh.
Okay.
Oh my God, I'm from northeastern Ohio.
Okay. Just making sure.
Sorry, I get emotional about
Hot
my
local
Browns.
references. We like that.
You understood that. You know, he spent a lot of time in Cleveland, and he had to leave, right?
He wasted a lot of years there. He brought him a
did.
championship.
Okay,
He did.
this is my problem. Back when I was young in the 90s, we had Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was a Chicago Bull.
Yep.
Then we had Magic Johnson. He was a Laker. You stayed a Laker. You stayed a Chicago Bull.
Yeah.
Larry Bird stayed a Celtic. Why are they jumping around? Why can't
To
they
beat the
stay?
Warriors because they have a super
And
team.
plus, they control their destiny. I mean, they're a brand. You have to understand. Like, they're not going to rot away at a team that doesn't have their best interest at heart. And he did bring them a championship. He left.
Yeah.
He came back.
No,
made that
and I
city a
get
champion.
that, and I'm not angry. I'm sad.
Yeah, no,
Listen.
it's
I'm sad.
understandable. That's
But
understandable.
now him hanging out with the Kardashians makes me disgusted.
Why?
I do not. That is our downfall of our society. Or
No.
the stupid
That's our
people.
royalty.
Downfall. That's
Oh,
the
God.
apex. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
No,
The-
I can't stand that.
One of the Kardashian sisters got fucked on tape by a black dude, and they made a whole multi-million
And
dollar
that's how they're
empire.
famous.
That's
That's it.
amazing.
Yeah.
I think they're the youngest.
Is that what
one-
I need to do? Take
the
it up
young-
the ass and I'm famous? Wow! Let's go.
Listen, we'll help you with that
All
dream.
right, let's
That's
go.
a Patreon exclusive. Right?
Ramon, I'd like to, by the way, see you in like blackface, fucking her up the ass.
More than willing.
I'm Ramon
Yeah,
J.
anything you want me to do for the podcast, guys? I'm a friend of the podcast. I'll do
There we go.
anything.
That will be a Patreon bonus. I do.
Will do anything.
But I think Kylie Jenner's worth like either 90 million dollars.
Yeah.
She's worth a ton of money. And that's the
Yeah.
youngest. That's the baby Kardashian.
Well, and that's
Jenner.
Chris, and that's I know they're a money making machine, but are they talented? No, they're not
They're
talented.
talented at
What do
being
they
making
do?
money.
It's that's a talent right now. We're all trying to be
stupid.
famous.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like if this were to shoot up tonight to like 10 million views, like are you fucking kidding me? That'd be great.
But we
I
have
agree.
fucking talent. We're comedians.
But do you understand
Tell
how
that to the world, baby.
how you gotta understand how hard it is though to just brand yourself as just like the most fuckable young women
Oh,
in America? Like that's super hard.
baby.
They pretty much have that. Like everyone wants to fuck, Kylie or whoever.
It's idiocracy. It's like
what-
the movie.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
that's
It
fine.
is.
Yeah,
That's
And
great.
it
Hey,
makes
that's
me
fine.
sad.
Yeah, that is where we are.
I'm like
That
the
is where we
Indian
live.
shedding a tear, looking at the trash.
Yeah.
Sick reference.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Thank you. A commercial from the 80s, people.
But yeah, so LeBron is gone, so now Cleveland is gonna be just the same depressing, stink hole that it's been.
They have Kevin Love.
Kyle Korver, have you seen him? He does 3 shots from everywhere. I love him. We have Tristan Thompson and J.R. Smith.
Yeah, it's so funny that LeBron is hanging out with Tristan
I know.
Thompson's like family, like his family in-laws, like his in-laws. That's so fucking
weird.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
weird. It is
What do you think about Tristan? Huh? You probably got a hot take on it.
No idea. Who
Nope, I didn't think so.
None at all.
I didn't think so.
I'm like, okay.
Do you follow any sports? What do you? What's the you look like you follow like roller derby. Like
I was in roller derby.
you were in roller derby.
I
That's
Wow.
sucked so bad that they made me bench coach.
but isn't that like a fake sport kinda?
No, it's a real sport.
Are you like, pew, pew?
So there's jammers who make the points, and then you have your blockers, and your blockers are the ones that are trying to get the opposing jammer.
I've heard those same positions in porn, by the way. Jammers
Jammer?
and
Yeah, those
blockers.
jammers.
Yeah,
You gotta
yeah,
watch out
yeah.
for the jammer.
I love a jammer.
Don't like
Yeah,
a jammer.
They don't like
Ouch.
pulling out at all. No,
Ooh,
they're
no,
jamming
no,
in
no.
there. Yeah,
Mhm,
Ooh, they're
mhm.
not. No.
They're
She
jamming
wasn't on
it
the pill.
Yeah.
She was not on the pill.
on the pill.
Or
But
she-
yeah. But yeah, like roller derby, it is very much a contact sport. So the team I was on, there was no holds bars, so you could literally beat the shit out of each other
Cool.
on
Okay.
skates. And
Okay.
like one time, my best friend grabbed a girl by her pigtail, and the girl went level with the ground and then skidded out. And then they started fighting, and then we had brawl breakers who tore them apart, and it was pretty crazy.
At least she didn't grab her by the
Nice.
pussy.
Lesbians need a sport.
Yeah.
They do need a sport, and I thought you were gonna say grab by the tits.
I thought
But no.
pussy.
I've
She
seen
thought
girls
pussy.
getting punched in the tits.
Wow.
that's
You know what? By the way, some
horrible.
women they're just like us. Like they
Yeah,
want to
they
punch
go
a
for-
tit,
they
but
go
they
for
can
the
actually do it.
softest.
That would be horrible.
That's female
Not be
privilege. Why do they? Isn't it? I thought it was fake though. I thought it wasn't
Not
real. Isn't it like wrestling or something?
No, you're thinking of like so the Thunderbirds. There were like little more eccentric. The T-Birds, not the Thunderbirds. The T-Birds were more
Yeah, no,
eccentric.
no.
They did more like
I
clothesline.
I fingered a woman in a car with a bottle of Thunderbird. That's what I know a Thunderbird as.
You're thinking
You're
of a
a
girl
patriotic.
in the Thunderbird drinking Thunderbird.
I took you for more as a Cisco man myself.
Cisco.
Cisco. I mean, we're talking about malt liquor. I mean,
More Mad Dog
had no
2020.
Give me a Cobra. Give me a fresh
Ooh.
Cobra.
Cobra man.
King Cobras. Ooh. Oh. 32 ounces of misery.
Steel Reserve. I'm a Steel Reserve man. I'm sorry.
Oh,
It's the reserve, so you know it's special.
Called me old fashioned, baby.
what about a good Schlitz, you know? Oh,
Ooh, we are trash. We are all trash here.
I don't even know what you guys are
Love
talking
the
about. I
Schlitz on
feel
the
old.
wall.
Don't try to be better than us. Do
you're
not
way
try.
better than us. Oh my God. A
Okay, but so you guys,
Oh,
you
Mickey's big mouth there. The grenades.
Oh,
Is this like a Foster's?
pretty much.
Okay.
Foster's
Yeah.
like a step up from
Beer.
Foster's is
Beer.
Australia for beer.
yeah. They were hugely successful on that. They're like,
Yeah,
can we
they
sell
were.
beer
Yeah,
just by
yeah,
saying
yeah,
that?
yeah.
I'm like, yeah,
did.
you
Yeah.
can.
You know, we love accents here in America.
Yep.
Like, God damn.
Women love accents more, I think. You guys will fuck a dude with an accent
we will.
just willy nilly.
That is true.
Is a Mexican accent, is that the least fuckable accent, I think?
Depends how hot he is.
Depends on,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Depends on who
no,
it
there's
is.
a Spanish accent, and then there's a Mexican accent.
Yeah, it
yeah,
is probably the least.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think you want to be fucking your gardener.
Sometimes like a cholo accent is like, "Hey girl, what's up? You want to go bust a quick scam?" And we're like,
Yeah.
"Fuck yeah, I do."
You like that? Oh, you
That's
like
a bad
oh,
boy.
Fuck yeah, you do. What is a scam, by the way?
Go make out.
A
I
s-
w- I would have no
Making
idea.
out is called a scam.
Yeah, scamming it up, yeah.
Yeah.
Scamming
I'd be like,
it.
are we going to go rob someone or take someone's money? Because
we can
I'll
do all of
that.
it.
With those braids, you do look street ready.
I
Look
do,
like you're ready
I
to
do.
shank somebody. So I like that.
It's been hot here in SoCal, and
Hey.
I was ready to get a blowout today at work, and I got rejected.
It's okay. It's okay. Another day.
Another day,
There you go.
but whatever.
Oh, so yeah, so you were on a roller
I
derby
sucked
team.
really bad. I was not a good roller
What, you-
skater.
Oh.
So they made me a bench coach. So I took the points down.
Oh my
So it was a
god.
point
Oh, that's
taker.
the worst.
Oh, that is bad. How did you not just quit at that point?
I was dedicated to the team, Brendan.
Oh yeah.
I was dedicated.
My name is
I-
Brandon, by the way. But okay.
Brendan.
No worries, no worries. That's fine. Just the co-host. That's fine. Not a
No big deal. You know,
Not a big deal.
I've
Just
known you for like what, 4 years?
more, definitely more. But glad you forgot those earlier years. Is that a joke for me? I feel
I
like
can
I need to
go.
go. I feel like I
You
should go.
stay.
When is a woman knowing your name important, Brandon?
Never.
It's,
Come on.
it's actually better that they forget it.
right. That's what
Got
I'm
me
saying.
off
yeah,
quite a
no,
few
yeah.
times,
Oh, yeah.
quite a
I had
few
sex with a
times.
girl who.
Amber knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no.
No shit. So you had sex with a girl
I
that.
had
know,
sex
I
with a
wanted to
girl
hear
who
that.
could not get my name straight all night.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah,
Good.
no, she
That's
kept
a
calling me
setup.
by my cousin's name, by her
Dang.
ex-boyfriend's name, and I was like,
Ooh.
"Yeah, I don't give a shit, baby."
Good,
That's
good.
funny.
I literally get called Amy, Ashley, Amanda, one time Cindy.
Ooh.
I was like, that's not
You
even
could be a Cindy.
I could be a Cindy.
They're
be a
all
Cindy.
synonyms for a hot name like Amber, though.
Yeah,
Amy,
Amber, yeah. Okay.
I'm always Aaron. Well, unless it's a stage name, you know.
What's your stage name again?
Well, I had Kelly,
Ooh.
Skylar.
Ooh.
What? Where? are
Didn't
the
you
other
ever
ones?
have any adjectives after Kelly, like
No.
Kelly Mounds or?
They don't really do that at
No,
strip clubs.
They do not.
Oh,
No.
It's
come
one
on.
name. It's
No.
one name.
That's
Oh,
porn names you're thinking
no,
of.
No. Porn, they kind of classed it up a bit sometimes.
If a porn star is dancing at a strip club, they will introduce her by her professional name. Like there was Dillian Harper was dancing at this last strip club.
Is that her real name or?
That's her porn name, Dillian Harper.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Because you got to give them the respect that they deserve.
Oh, I did go by Darren.
Dare
Ooh, that's a good
you
one.
put the D in it, girl, before the man does. You know what I mean?
I have a
Yeah.
stripper name, but I've never done stripping.
Okay.
I wanted to be called Honey Divine.
Okay. Okay.
That would be more a porn name.
All right.
I know that would be a porn name now that we have this.
Yeah.
But Honey Divine, welcome to the stage, Honey Divine.
That would work. What like a good '80s porn star was Honey Wilder.
Ooh.
Honey
Oh.
Wilder. She was sexy and she was like in like the first like incest porn.
Oh.
She had like Ant or like the Hot Ant or Taboo 2.
I
Taboo
danced
3,
with
4.
two girls that were one was a mom and one was a daughter in South Carolina. And the mom could put matches on her nipples and light them, and the daughter
What?
would blow them out as she.
Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah, it was quite the act.
They were like genetically bred to strip. That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
amazing.
it was really cool.
I
Who are these
wonder-
LeBrons of
Right? No,
of the
yeah.
stripping?
I just want
Down in
imagine.
Brooklyn.
Lakers-esque.
I just imagine
Cavaliers.
like the practicing. Like you're not doing it right. Get it together.
Great mother-daughter relationship.
Yeah, that's very close. Imagine all the nights of just burned nips,
Oh.
not doing it right.
Yeah.
Dang.
Like all those women that like complain about their relationship with their mothers. Like, did you ever try stripping with her? Maybe like
Yeah.
While
your
she's
relationship-
throwing
Try
hot
it
matches
and
at
then
you.
let us watch and record it.
Oh
Yeah.
and beat off to it.
Yeah. Whoa.
I mean, listen,
Whoa.
come on, come
This
on. I gotta-
is not what we're about. This is not.
That's it. You sound like my sister.
Not that kind of
Shannon.
show.
It sounds like your
Shannon-
sister.
Yeah. One time Shannon goes, "Did you know those men masturbate and think of you?" I go, "Oh, really?
Yeah.
You think of me?"
Yeah. Which men was she talking about? Who?
Guys from
Some
the club.
some locals. Oh.
Yeah, she's
okay.
giving me shit about that.
She's-
That's
she's
what big
jealous.
sisters do.
Yeah, classic big sister. You're showing your pussy to all these strange men. Kind of is a classic sister conversation.
Yeah,
Good.
definitely for sure.
And that's why we're here tonight to talk about classic sister conversations. Perfect.
Not the sitcom Sister.
That too.
Or the
that
porn.
too.
Yeah, Tamara Mowry.
Ian Tamara, yeah.
I'm sure there's a porn called Sister. Speaking of incest.
There is.
There is.
They're definitely
definitely
and
is.
sequels.
Oh, yeah, no.
And
Incest porn is very
sequels.
much in vogue.
Wow.
Yeah. It's
No, it's not. It's been in vogue. It's never been out of vogue. It's
Really?
always been there.
I think maybe like
Amber,
about
right?
I guess so. I mean, I worked at a porn shop, so I don't.
Oh, you did.
I did.
Oh,
Taboo is a great series. They're the ones that like kicked off. Like Kay Parker is the she's the godmother of like incest porn. She's great.
That
So-
is
Okay.
transgender porn.
what's that?
What's that?
Yeah,
Oh.
transgender porn. I remember when I worked at the porn shop, that would be the first things that we would sell out on.
Wow.
What's
Okay.
the biggest incest relationship porn that sells?
I think at the time, this was like years ago, it was brother sister.
Okay. Okay.
This was a few
okay.
years ago.
Oh,
And that was probably with
Teenagers.
the downturn of the
Okay.
economy, so everyone was kind of scared, grabbing their sis.
They're like,
Real
yeah.
time. But now
Yeah.
economy's doing a little bit better. Maybe uncle,
Maybe.
maybe.
Daddy.
Speaking from experience,
Okay, definitely.
it's one of my favorite genres.
Okay. Yeah.
okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay, okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Uh-huh.
It's mother son.
Oh.
Mother's.
Oh.
Mother son.
Ooh.
I don't like that.
And then definitely second place is a tie between father daughter and brother sister.
Wow.
Yeah.
It just.
There's definitely like third and fourth place bronze going to father son.
Oh.
I'm just.
Oh.
Yeah. Exactly. Ramon, call me old fashioned.
Listen,
I like.
much about
Yeah.
I'm
Exactly.
progressive.
No, I'm
progressive.
old fashioned. I like molestery uncle with underage daughter or
there's
barely
worse
of age.
porn.
daughter.
There's worse porn out there.
I'm old fashioned.
When it's in the front page of Pornhub, it's a thing. There's
Pornhub.
you really have to search for certain other type of porn, like wife breeding.
wife breeding.
Wife
Breeding?
breeding.
Breeding wives.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll
you breed
pretend like I don't know exactly what this is.
I
Uh-huh, go ahead.
know, I
Yeah. What? What is that?
More.
It's where man offers his wife to several gentlemen of color at once.
It has to be of color.
For the most part,
I never notice color. I
if
don't
it's
notice
not,
it.
if it's not of color, then it falls in the genre of wife sharing.
Would that
Yeah.
be gang rape?
No.
Whoa. Wait. Whoa.
Not that kind
We need to get a sound effect, yeah, for when the R word
Yeah,
is said
well, back
here.
off on the mic. Ah!
Burr, burr, burr.
No,
We need to get a rape whistle sound effect whenever
It's all
anyone
above
says
the
rape in
board.
here.
It's all above
Amber's
the
on board with
Yeah,
this.
no,
I'm
consensual.
definitely down for a rape
Consensual,
whistle.
no.
But listen, what was the
Well,
Uh-huh.
wife sharing?
yeah, I guess
Breeding? No,
sure.
breeding. Well, breeding
Breeding-
is no. You
Does it
have
have to
several.
be? I never noticed the color. I don't notice it.
Oh, okay.
I just noticed this
No.
man is wearing,
No.
sunglasses.
There's definitely
Sunglasses?
there's a tell. There's a tell. Usually the couple is a white Caucasian couple, and the bulls.
Bulls.
Oh, I thought you meant like a real tail. like
Matadors.
swagging
What are we once again I'm pretending I don't know exactly
Blacks.
what this is.
Black men. Black
Black-
men. Yeah.
Not
Oh,
always
with big old-
okay, hold on.
Black.
Not always but usually black.
Usually.
As
yeah.
With
as
big
genetics
old-
has dictated, but sometimes white or
There's no-
something else.
There's definitely been a demand.
Listen, I feel like there's been a few affirmative action white dicks in there,
There's
just for evenness, equality.
There's definitely a demand for white bulls. I've been on Reddit. I've been on Reddit. I've
Of
done my
course. Of course. I've posted on Reddit. I've posted on Reddit. White bulls, please.
I hope your demands have been met.
Nope. A lot of fakers out there.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Perfect. So what do you think, Amber? I always toss it off to you when you look like you have no idea.
No idea.
Or no opinion
No,
on it.
nothing.
Cool. Good. But yeah, so yeah, there's breeding and there's,
Wife sharing.
And breeding.
wife sharing. Wife sharing is just being polite, just being a good neighbor.
of course, of course.
Just sharing.
He's
just
your
sharing.
friend. Yeah,
What's
friends
yours
are-
is yours. What's mine is
Right,
mine.
Exactly.
You gotta
What,
cornhole a man's wife.
What city did you work at a porn store?
I worked in Garden Grove.
Oh.
Right
Over
right
down
over
at the
here.
Hip Pocket, which is now called Romantics.
Okay.
That's
I know
Uh,
where that is.
You know, off of Astor and Garden Grove Boulevard.
Oh,
Whoa,
yeah.
hey, we're not throwing out plugs yet.
Oh,
Come
okay.
on.
Sorry.
Come on.
Hey, you never know.
That's fair. That's fair. Cool. Well, yeah. And you wanted to obviously work in a sex shop.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Well,
How
you
did
were
you-
forced to. Tell us
So,
the weapons that were involved. Uh-huh.
I was just starting out as a barber, so I wasn't making enough money. I was doing like $8 haircuts.
Ooh,
And so that wasn't making enough, so I had to get a second job,
Mhm.
but I didn't want to quit my career, so I got a nighttime shift at a porn shop.
Okay.
And I did that for about a year.
Did you stockpile on items?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Well, let's get out the itemized list. Let's see the invoice.
I used that discount. Well, let's just say
Oh,
that.
Perfect. Let the mind imagine. Theater of the mind on
Yeah.
what you may have
Who needs
purchased.
details?
I was
Who-
thinking,
we hate
if you're
details
hungry,
here.
You can just eat edible underwear.
Exactly.
Edible underwear. It sounds disgusting. That's the least thing that I want to eat.
It's like
is
a
the
fruit
underwear.
roll-up.
You know?
What's
Fruit
that?
roll-up. It's
Flavored
exactly a
lube.
fruit roll-up. Yeah.
It's
when I
not a
found
fruit roll. It's a stale fruit roll up. by the way.
What if you had a?
I was starving. There was nothing in the fridge. I'm like,
what
I
if
got
you
this.
had a fresh fruit roll-up.
They're usually fresh. They're softer than those edible underwear. They're tough, man.
They are tough.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's like a chastity belt. Hard to break past
Oh,
that thing.
when
It's
I
like a fruit leather.
Yeah, it's like a six pack that the turtles can't get out of. You know,
Like-
that's like
like
me
a
it's one
trying
of
to
those. It's one
lick
of-
in
okay,
there,
the
man. It's
plastic is-
hard.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
hard.
That'd be funny if they had a beef jerky underwear.
Oh.
Arr!
Oh.
No.
Get in
Ugh.
there.
It's keto
Don't-
friendly. It's
Keto.
keto friendly. It's keto friendly.
Was that your labia?
That's a market. That's a real market.
Whoopsie, went too far.
I think I got your vulva there.
Never bought sex toys.
What?
I've never bought sex toys.
Why not?
I think it's actually making the effort to going out, and I don't like. Hey, listen, hey, you talk about being old-fashioned. I'm old-fashioned.
Yeah.
I don't like asking my wife's
Okay,
opinion. I
all
don't
right.
like,
Because-
it's definitely. I would be shopping for something for her. You know what I mean?
Yes, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, and it's like, listen, lazy ass. Like,
It's like, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, no, stop being lazy. And like, are you
Yeah.
gonna come with me? No, she's like, no, surprise me. And I'm like, what do you want me to surprise you with? Like, do you want a big floppy fucking dildo, or do you want a vibrator?
It's like you have a fist. You don't need a rubber fist. You know.
Thank you very much.
It's like enjoying
Brandon.
real
Thank
instruments and
you.
music. You know what I mean? Like we don't need that
Right,
electronic
yes,
shit. We
yes.
have stuff right here, analog, an
Yeah.
analog
It
fist.
sounds like you guys have the wrong partners to go shopping for sex toys.
We should be partners.
I think you should.
Oh,
There we go.
perfect.
There
Would
we
be
go.
A perfect couple. Match made in heaven.
At one of my jobs, I
At
bought
least you'll
one
get
of
his
my.
name right.
Brendan over here.
Good old Brendan.
I bought my coworker a lime green, fluorescent lime green vibrator for a Christmas party. It was
Is that so if she
perfect.
does it at night, like out in the street, they can see her not?
Because, well, she said, whoever has me in the Secret Santa better not buy me a vibrator. I'm like, I'm buying her a vibrator.
Perfect.
That's
Perfect.
exactly where I went
perfect.
with that.
Yep.
These are.
I was like,
It's
don't
nice.
tell me no.
But let me ask this: how do you decide on a size for the lady? Are you guessing? It's like guessing a pair of
Yes,
jeans.
thank
Like
you.
what?
Well,
It's
she's
very
slutty.
important.
I knew she was slutty, so I could do
Oh
some
boy.
size.
Oh
Okay.
jeez. Well,
I know that
Okay.
one.
Well, just go ahead and mention her full name though on the podcast. We want.
And she's from the beauty world, not the stripping world.
Oh.
Sometimes they're even a little bit
Sluttier,
sluttier,
a
right?
little
Yeah,
sluttier.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're doing it for the love of the game.
Girls like to
you
have
know?
a good time, you know?
I
wanna
feel
have
like
fun.
that's the only reason why I would shop for my wife, because I definitely wouldn't like aim that high. You know what I mean? I would definitely go for the Monster Junior. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, she's not ready to play full on Monopoly. You know, she's
Yeah.
ready to play Monopoly Junior.
There was a dildo called the
Uh-huh.
Great American Challenge.
Oh no!
USA.
No,
USA.
No, I want.
It had a
Sounds
firework.
scary.
And it was
2 fireworks on the balls that were cherry bombs.
By that big.
No.
Yes,
I want
and it
one.
vibrated.
Oh God, that's
The Great American Challenge.
Wow.
And me and my friends would act like they were like rifles. We're like, poof,
no, that's overkill.
It
Sounds
said
like
for anal
surgery
use only
time.
too was
it
on the
sounds like
Yeah.
you have
Yeah.
nothing there anymore. It's just a big hole.
Well, I mean, women do birth babies. That's a huge
But you go into
circumference that the-
labor.
Huh?
But what?
You go into labor.
Yeah.
Like your cervix has to go.
It
I would
makes
go
the
slow.
squeaky
I
noise.
would go if I was going to insert something that big on my wife. I would go slow.
Get a big thing of silicone.
Yeah,
I go
Oh.
in dry. I put the
Brandon.
blow dryer on there first to make sure, and then I just go boom.
Wow.
Let's see what's going on here. Yeah.
No, we go into labor
Yes,
for
yes.
hours, so you might be there for hours. Like,
Me and my wife need a long love making session like that. I feel like
Love making.
Love
What the hell
making.
are you talking about? Love making.
I'm married, Brandon.
I know
I'm
you're married,
My
but
wife is
love
old-fashioned.
making.
She married me for all the right reasons. I was a sucker, willing to take care of her stepson, my stepsons.
I get it. Love making is when you kiss during the act, right? Because I don't normally do that.
It's 90% kissing.
Ooh.
It's 10% fucking.
Is there eye contact?
Of course there is.
I try not to.
Of course there
That's where
is.
I put on a pair of sunglasses, you know,
Oh,
because I look cool
like
too, you know.
Spuds McKenzie, the
Like
dog.
Yeah, it is an homage. It is an
Brandon's
homage.
like warm, moist hole. Anybody will do.
No, of course not. I like to get personal with my fucking. Come on, Brandon.
There was actually another toy. I remember this. Oh, hello.
So we're getting there.
There was another toy that was like a steel baton that was a dick, and it would actually electrocute you.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
That
Sounds like
horrible.
a weapon of the Jokers. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It was a
yeah.
baton with a dick at the end, and then you could like,
With a dick at
well, it's
the
a
end.
dildo,
So it's like the handle is a lot longer than like what goes in. So like,
and then it would shock you.
Whoa.
You know,
Did
it's
it
like-
shock the handle? Sorry.
have you ever
Nope.
played those arcade games where you have to
handle is
hold
rubber.
on to it because it vibrates and it
Yes,
shocks you?
yep.
That's the grip strength.
Yep.
It's the grip strength of the vagina.
Wow, that's right. That's right.
That sounds horrible.
Amazing.
I remember
Live
that.
a little, baby.
Yeah, yes. We're gonna do the uncensored part of the podcast after this, and
There's an uncensored
They
version.
should.
What are we
one.
talking about?
I'm glad you told me now.
They should put it in guys' asses and see. Who,
I think it was
Whoa.
more.
let's try that. Let's try.
Oh,
Hang
it didn't
on,
feel
hang
good. I
on,
didn't
it
enjoy
feels-
it, so
I think
no.
it was for more of the
My asshole is
ones who like anal.
my asshole is a no-fly zone. For the most part. For the most part.
Yeah, no, I'm not a fan. I'm
No.
not a fan of anything in there.
And then there was tools for urethra stretching.
Oh. Like it's like tuning forks, right? It's like
Yeah.
metal rods, right?
Yeah.
I have
Oh,
heard
is that
about
what it is?
Metal
Yeah.
rods, right? Yes.
Those
yes,
were
yes.
we sold those.
I thought it was
crazy.
like a C clamp. You just put in. You just go all the way in, and then you open it up in the dick hole. But no,
No, they're like long little, and then some of them curl.
curl.
Oh, not curl. They spiral. That's
Spiral.
Spiral.
Oh, like a Connects version
like a
of
drill
it.
bit.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Does it make the corkscrew effect on the dick? Is that a thing?
I don't know.
There's also glass ones now, right?
I think so.
There's glass ones.
That's-
Yeah. Oh, the urethra stretching is a huge thing in certain.
I like how knowledgeable you are.
But yet I have the most vanilla sex life ever. Vaginal missionary, 15 minutes in and out, baby, and the majority of those 15 minutes is trying to find what we're gonna watch on Netflix.
Yeah.
On Netflix.
Reina del Sur.
Are you-
Yes.
You're getting off to 13 Reasons Why? What are you talking about?
We like a lot of background noise. We have kids in the house. Come on.
Okay,
Come on,
okay,
so
that's
keep it
fair.
respectable.
That's
There's
good, that's good.
would that mess up your pee?
Oh, definitely. I would
That's
I would
got
imagine.
to.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
It's
It-
supposed to like give you like a more of an intense orgasm. I
No.
believe.
No. I don't believe
I don't
that.
believe it.
A lot of
I don't believe
discomfort
it.
is supposed to like give you like a more intense orgasm, like choking.
Yeah.
Like choking. I tried choking myself with a belt for a
Oh.
great Instagram post,
Uh-huh.
and I definitely saw myself masturbating and feeling both sensations,
Oh wow.
Wow.
blacking out and coming at the same time.
There you go.
I would be a big fan.
Listen, I
Big
tried
fan.
choking too, not on but on a woman. I didn't even know it was a thing. I just wanted to choke her really hard, and then
You wanted to choke her.
What?
Oh,
is
so
this a thing?
so you didn't even know she was into it. You just started choking her.
I didn't even know that was a thing. I just wanted
Oh.
to do it. You know when you get so angry, like,
yeah,
"Ugh."
you've had a long day at work. Yeah, and you want to choke out
Finally,
Steve.
you know,
yeah.
you know what I'm talking about, Amber.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
Yeah.
know.
perfect,
You know.
perfect,
yeah.
good.
Totally great.
By the way, have your kids ever come in on you banging your man or anything like that?
No,
No.
no, we always lock the door.
Yeah, that's smart. That's smart. No, like they don't find your whatever you got, toys, etc.
We don't really have toys, but I'm sure he's heard us at some point.
They hear
Yeah.
the rustling in the room for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
They hear the rustling.
Yeah,
Okay.
I had a stepson walking on me once. Like
Oh.
2 years in with my she was
Oh,
then
shit.
just my girlfriend. She wasn't even pregnant then. She like I think he was like 10 or 11 at the time and he walked in on us.
Yeah.
Never broke eye contact with him.
No, it's dominance. That's real.
Established territory.
yeah.
That's hilarious.
Then you just mouth, your real dad is gone.
Close the door slowly.
And
behind
you guys
you.
have kids together now, right?
Now we do. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Twins.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
shit 'em out two at a
Jesus.
time. That's it.
Jesus. Jesus. Fertile.
Yeah.
Two Latin people, man.
Two
Ooh,
stepsons,
ooh.
two twins, like a set of twins. Yeah.
Dang.
Shit,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
They're so
Oh
cute.
my god.
If I'm gonna fuck up my life, I'm gonna fuck it up right. All right, you know what I mean? Yeah.
You
If
go all
she's
the way.
gonna ever stick me with child support, it's gonna be a big fucking check. You know.
How old are the kids?
My stepsons are 22 and 17 at this point.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, older, a lot older, and
Yeah.
the twins are 5.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit, man.
yeah.
cute.
Are the stepkids still living at the homestead?
The 22-year-old is he's still living at home. He's
So is mine. He's 22.
He's a piece
Listen.
of shit, just like his stepfather. You know what I mean?
Hey, there you go,
and
there you go.
17-year-old moved out about 3-4 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, would go live
Oh.
with his biological father.
Okay.
I put up no protest.
Yeah.
None whatsoever.
yeah.
You're like, here, let me help you.
Let me pack you this syringe. I have some black tar for you. Try it. A lot of the kids are
I loved
enjoying
you
it.
so much.
one of the twins moved out.
Are the twins boys or girls?
They're boys. They're
Oh.
boys. Yeah.
What, identical or fraternal?
Fraternal.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, yeah.
okay, good. So that means they can like have their own lives. They don't have to feel like half of a person.
Exactly. Yeah. I
If,
don't,
if you had identical twins, you got to disfigure one just to make them different enough. You know?
I would
Yeah, yeah.
definitely have to cut one, like a scar right across the cheek. You know what I mean?
Ooh,
different.
no, melting.
Daddy loves one more. Okay.
Throw like a really hot electric blanket at their face. You know what I mean? One of them.
Accidentally, boiling pot of hot water just fell on.
I just imagine you like a cartoon, just trying to figure out ways to like disfigure your child.
I branded one of them.
Good. Perfect.
You're like the road one, the road runner.
I branded the brown one.
Nice.
So you guys both have, well, you said you had a story about Sahara, right?
Oh yeah.
Or your best strip club story.
Well, because I
or the
used to
other.
work at Sahara.
Uh-huh.
He was a regular at Sahara.
Uh-huh.
And then you have a story about Sahara.
I almost got kicked out of Sahara.
Oh, when was this?
This was when I was 18, so like 10 years ago or something like that.
I think
Okay.
I was working there then. Go
So
on.
there was this one girl, and she was really coked out, and she didn't really do anything.
Oh boy, this
Night
is
or
probably Aaron. This was probably Aaron. Go ahead. Uh-huh.
Night or night?
Night.
Okay.
This was nighttime, and I was schmammered. I was so schmammered, and I didn't feel like she earned my dollars.
Were you on stage?
I was I was sitting on the stage. I know now that you're supposed to.
Yeah,
Now you
that's a
understand the
no-no.
male plight, by the
No,
way.
no,
We have the
always
same
tip
feeling.
if
At
you're
least
sitting on the
$2.
stage.
Now
at
I
least.
$1.
know that after
$1.
this experience. But she was like, "You didn't tip me." I'm like, "You didn't do a good job."
Wow.
Those are fighting words.
I know. And she gets in my face. I'm like, maybe don't flop around like a whale.
Whoa. Is this like an open mic where they're like, I'm funnier than you? Were you like, I could strip better than you, and then you just strip on stage?
No.
Okay.
I was like, no. And then I threw like 50 cents.
50
going
cents.
onto the stage.
I was a dick.
Whoa.
That's the rudest thing you can do to a stripper.
Disgusted.
Yeah.
Disgusted.
She was
Unless it's a Sacagawea. If it's a Sacagawea, do you guys accept that? Yeah.
Yeah, or those
That would be
Sacagawea, you
better
can put it
than
in like it's a
coins.
coin
like a
slot.
silver dollar. If it's a silver dollar, for
And I was
sure.
promptly asked to
Yeah.
go sit in the back of the room.
Oh,
Yeah, of
yeah.
course.
And I did. But then when the one girl came up and did the booty clap, I was like, pow, 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 pow.
There
And
you
It
go.
was great.
There you go. Okay.
But I have another story.
Not everybody can do the booty clap, just to let you know.
Dude,
No.
she was.
Sometimes they just have the regular
fantastic at it.
clap.
It's minorities.
She was amazing. She was blessed with the biggest booty I've ever seen.
Okay.
Oh my god! But I was there was another story. I was in TJ. Me and my
Tijuana.
friend, Tijuana.
Mhm.
Me and my friends, we went to the strip club and we played the game. Is that really a woman?
Okay.
There
In
was
there,
one
yeah.
post op,
Ooh.
and her titties were on her collarbone, like right here, and
Oh,
separated.
cool.
And definitely got work done, and her slit came all the way up to almost where her belly button was.
Whoa.
God.
And
That's
we're
like where I
"Whoa."
imagined the vagina to be when I was 6. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was
That's
like
kind of
if
cool.
Israel got a boob job.
Whoa,
sure,
we
yeah.
believe in Palestine here. Please do not mention
No,
Israel.
no.
I know he's a local guy.
Israel Carrasco.
Yeah.
As if Izzy got like a boob job and then decided to become a stripper.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still waiting
It
for him
was
to come good on that.
The funniest part though was I went to go use the restroom, and the restroom was this little tiny like curtain, and a stripper just took a shit and was Febrezing it as she opened up the curtain.
Wow.
Sweet.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was
Getting
pretty
ready
funny.
for a night.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
okay, good.
it was crazy. It was fun.
Well, all they have down there is Mexican food, so you know it is going to be what it is going to be.
it was pretty crazy. Like going to strip clubs in TJ was a lot of fun.
You know what's crazy is a male client would have paid to have been shit on, but no, she's just like respects herself.
Right?
Gonna put it in the toilet. That's
It was so
Somebody
Lot
would
of
have paid
dignity.
extra definitely to be
It was so
defecated on like their chest or at least a glass table.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, glass table. That's
That's
you got to
fancy.
get in there. No.
That's-
You got to get in there.
Oh, okay.
You got to get in there.
You're
You
being
know.
very progressive.
If I'm doing surgery, I'm taking the gloves off. You know what I mean? I'm
Oh,
getting in there. I'm
okay.
feeling it. Like I'm preparing.
Very okay. I
in
like
there.
that. No,
Amber, you know what I'm talking about.
yeah, totally everything.
I don't.
Perfect.
That TJ sounds
I've never experienced any kind of whoring in south of the border, like south of
Nor
at all,
have
at
I,
all. No,
yeah.
no.
You mean offers or actual whoring?
I've never taken a road trip there with buddies.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel like that's
Plenty
something I
of
missed out on. I was definitely in a relationship. I was in a relationship when all my friends turned 18, 19, and they would all go south of the border to get fucking laid in Tijuana.
And drunk. And
Yeah,
drunk,
and
yeah,
drunk for
yeah.
sure, of course. Yeah,
My
that-
husband got offered. We were standing there together on Revolutionary.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Revolution.
Re-
Yeah.
Revolution.
Revolution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this prostitute, I didn't even realize she was a prostitute. She walked up to him very quickly
Yeah.
and said $40 and walked away. And I was like, he didn't even notice. He was like, huh? And I go, oh my God, she just propositioned you. That's amazing. $40. That's so cheap.
We
Yeah.
went.
Ahead of their time.
And
Yeah.
what was
Very-
the service provided? That's
she just
got to
said
follow up.
$40 and walked away.
Use your
That's
imagination.
the, no,
Brandon.
that's the bait and switch. You know what I mean? You think you're getting maybe a full release or whatever.
Oh,
That's just
right. That's
Mm.
With
right.
the tits
You
out.
never
That's
know
just
down
to
there.
get you
dry.
in the
That's
door.
no. That's a no lube hand job.
Yeah,
It's like
they're
no,
not
no,
very
no.
litigious down there. They don't believe in, you know, oh, yeah, Mexico. Oof, they fly.
We had so much fun in TJ though.
Yeah?
We'd go all the time. We'd go to strip clubs all the time. So much fun.
I
There
wouldn't
you go.
recommend it now. I think the cartel's taking over.
Still,
Probably
I'd
not.
I'd recommend it.
No.
I'd take your chances.
I
Just
mean,
go
I don't
down
think
These were
there.
I
funner times.
Listen, go ahead.
I don't think transgender. Can I call them trannies?
You can if
I
you
don't
want
think a
to.
tranny has to be affiliated with the cartel to slit your throat.
You
know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, she's gonna rob you. She's gonna rob you.
That is true.
If she's gonna
That
rob you.
is that
So
is
if
true.
you're gonna go,
Okay.
if you're gonna go, have fun.
Didn't see a lot of transgender hookers there while I was down
No,
there.
I didn't either.
Not in my
What are you
day.
looking for?
In my day, they were beaten out of the streets, and that's how I liked it. And that's why I'm here. No, okay, wrong podcast. This is the one where I wear the hood over the head. That's the one I should be.
Hey,
doing.
hey, we're
Black
gonna
hood,
do
black hood. That's just like you know.
I love that series on Netflix.
Name your-
Black Hood. Definitely, it's a great
I don't
series.
even know what you're
no
talking
Marvel.
Stick with that story.
Luke Cage, baby.
Brandon took us down a dark, scary road.
Always, usually.
Yeah.
Tijuana hookers, transgender. Didn't see any transgender.
No.
Didn't think they would cut me.
No.
You didn't use any. You didn't go. Blah blah blah. Okay. Yeah. Listen, let's go on to the more strip club stories.
Okay.
What do you got?
I'm still scarred.
Wait,
that
I want
she
the
threw
ju-
coins on the
Sorry.
stage.
I
It's
know-
just-
What's that?
I know it's disrespectful.
Unless it's a Sacagawea coin, then they get to insert it. That's a rule.
even know
That's
what
a
that
law.
It's like a, I think what?
It's
$1?
a $1 coin.
$1
Yeah,
coin with
$1.
the, with the
Oh,
Native
all
American
right.
lady.
It's
I
gold.
have
Woodward and
received that
Bernstein.
on
Woodward and
stage.
Bernstein. It's what? What? No.
I apologize for my behavior.
right?
There was a lot of vodka going.
No.
Good.
Well, yeah. At that
Listen,
time.
that's a $1 coin. And it's gold, plated,
I've
colored.
gotten one on stage. I was okay.
You did?
Yeah, when they first came out.
Yeah. Okay. See, that's.
At first, I thought they were quarters, and I was angry. And then I looked down. I go, okay,
Oh,
I will take it. I was like, "Arr," right
Well,
then.
Chomp
Now
it.
that I can fully apologize, I know you're not the girl. I am so sorry.
Listen, and a more experienced woman, by the way, doesn't chomp it. She puts it in the pussy and can clench it, and then she knows from the hardness. That's just science. Sorry,
I did see a stripper.
It's a
lose
medical
it.
fact.
I saw an exotic dancer lose it when she was being thrown coins on stage, and I was like, "That is a definite no-no."
It's
You
a no-no.
Never, ever.
Really?
Oh,
It's
she
such disrespect.
nearly kicked somebody in the chest with her
Oh,
stilettos.
come
Oh
on.
my god, yeah.
It's like leaving a waitress a penny.
yeah.
Kobe.
Kobe.
Rest in
Oh,
peace.
Kobe.
I feel terrible about it.
I remember that.
You
I
remember?
mean-
you remember Kobe?
Yeah.
Oh my
We
god.
talked about that last
I love her.
podcast.
I
Oh.
will always love Kobe. She's as a friend. That's a stripper. That's a harem.
Okay, you guys knew the same.
Oh,
okay.
God.
And Summer. And,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Love Summer.
Summer.
Are you in contact with them at
Not
all?
with Summer or Kobe.
Listen.
No. Oh,
yeah.
man.
What about Trinity? Maxie?
Wait, what?
Delilah? I don't know. I'm just trying to name random stripper names.
Her name.
Nope,
The one I
No.
fell in love with was
Summer.
Summer sister. Summer
Oh,
sister.
yeah.
Autumn.
Lizette Nisa.
No.
Oh, that's
Nisa.
right. Yeah.
Ooh, Anissa. Ooh.
Oh, I got
Strip club
another-
experience will never be the same for me.
Took me a second. I remember another story.
Yeah.
So I went to Jumbo's Clown Room up in Hollywood,
Mm-hmm.
and I took my boyfriend at the time. And we were like sitting there, and they don't really do nude; they just dance on the pole and stuff like that because they serve alcohol and stuff. So I remember the bodyguard there thought I was really cute and waited for my boyfriend to go to the bathroom. He's like, "Hey," and he was like totally methed out because he was like sweating profusely, and he's like, "Hey, I could totally throw you around my shoulder right now and run away with you." And I'm like, "No, please don't do that." And he promptly picked me up and threw me over his shoulder, and my boyfriend comes out and sees me being taken away by the security guard.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, "Oh my god, please just put me down."
And what does the boyfriend do?
The
What's his
boyfriend was like, "That guy looks like he's on meth. I'm just gonna wait right here."
move? So, oh boy. Oh, Jesus. Well,
And then he put me down. He's like, "Yeah, that was fun, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go inside to my boyfriend now."
Jesus.
And my boyfriend's
Well,
like, "I was gonna fight him." I'm like, "I didn't think you were."
no.
Your boyfriend didn't throw down with
No.
Oh, You got to throw down. Even if you're going to
have
lose, you have to throw
this?
down.
Have to.
Would you throw
gotta
down?
Even if I'm going to lose, you have to. Look what he's
Yes.
doing to you. That's
My-
crazy.
My
That's
husband
insane.
would never throw down.
Yeah,
It's
no.
sad.
No.
All right.
Definitely
No.
shove. There would be a shoving match first, for sure, before any punches were thrown. For sure, we.
I'd go as dirty as I could.
Please.
Get a bottle, something, anything to help me.
Yes.
There's no fair
This
fight.
dude was like a mongoloid, though. Like,
Oh.
Whoa.
Okay, I get it.
The
I
retard
get
biker
it.
gang,
I
the
get it. I get
mongoloids.
it.
yeah, like my dude. Wait, what?
Well, it's funny because you said mongoloid, and then there's the biker gang, the Mongols. So I would imagine.
Oh,
Imagine there's a retarded like biker gang called a mongoloid. They're 1%ers, you know.
you mean half percenters?
Oh my god.
That's hilarious.
Other motorcycles are 3 wheels.
The tricycles.
They have the baskets on them. Oh man, I'm going to hell.
So sad.
I love it.
Boom.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, this guy was huge though.
Yeah.
He would definitely kill
Listen.
my dude.
Well, but you have to do what you have,
have
to
to
do,
do what
unfortunately,
you
and
have
it
to
sucks.
do.
It
Yeah.
sucks, but you
Yeah.
got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
He bought me a drink, so it was fine. I mean,
Boyfriend or the bouncer?
the bouncer.
Oh.
All right. Well,
Before or after
funny.
he picked you up?
After.
Did he apologize?
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
And then he saw my man and he apologized. He's like,
Water
"Oh,
under
I
the
didn't know this was your
bridge,
lady."
water under the bridge.
It was very biker sounding. It was like, "Hey, I didn't know this was your lady.
I don't know,
There's a
this
drink
is your
on me."
lady, bro.
Bikers are kind of like cavemen, aren't they?
Little bit, little bit, little
Yeah.
bit, little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably not the most progressive group of people. Can and be honest.
Yeah.
Or don't. Sorry, I said it. I said
generalize
it.
but
There were
it's-
some girls at Sahara that were dating Mongols.
Yes.
And
yes.
one of them, she like, I met her. First day I met her, she like totally loved me. She was like right here beside me, talking to me the whole time. I'm like, I just met you. And then she told me how she was dating a Mongol and she had to break up with him because she kept getting beat up. And then he gave her gonorrhea, and she was so upset. And she's just like, and I'm like, I don't really know you. But now I know you have gonorrhea, so I'm going to slowly step away.
That's curable.
I know, but I don't want it. We're sitting on the same bench.
Quick question. Like, when there's a new girl, how do you know if she's gonna last or not? Like, do you know when? So when we get a new barber in, we're like, this guy's gonna last like about a couple months.
It takes a week or two.
Takes
till
a week or two.
Yeah.
Okay. And then do you like usually generally like within like a few minutes know like if she's a good person? Not well.
No.
Okay.
Is there crying involved?
No.
Why is she getting beat up? What? I missed that part.
Wait, what? Oh,
Didn't you say she's getting
the
beat up?
Mongol?
Yeah.
Because
Why does the
Mongols
Mongol?
beat him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you date a biker, there's certain things you have to live with.
You're not a woman,
Even
you're
if
a
you
product.
bring,
They will protect you. They
even
will
if you,
protect
even if dinner is warm every night.
Of course.
Oh, no.
What?
No, my
Well, there's
friend.
beatings. Just for, you
Inconceivable.
know.
Inconceivable.
Well, you're no longer a woman. You're a property.
Yeah.
Yes.
You
Okay,
are.
this speaks to my Middle Eastern heritage. Ooh,
You should
okay.
join the
Right,
Mongol.
yeah.
Maybe I will. Maybe
Make
I
a great
will.
monk.
Oh my God, Brandon.
Interesting. Hey,
I don't think they've ever made like a biker vest in an extra small, Brandon.
You would have that sidecar.
But
on
it's
the
form fitting, extra small, but it's not baggy.
I
Okay.
usually reserve the sidecar for my bitch, but
Hey,
I'll give it
if
to
I
Brandon.
fit, I
I had to get
sit.
my old lady to tailor this for you.
You have the like sissiest name of all. They're like, that's Big Mike. That's like, you know, whatever. And this is Brandon.
baby Brandon right there.
Baby face brain.
Hate where this has gone. Didn't expect this. Did not expect this.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Yes. Any more strip club stories? Anything of note? Of note.
No, that's
No?
all I
What
got.
does note mean?
No. It means anything like amazing, incredible.
Oh.
Something that you had to
Yeah.
take a note for.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Either we're gonna do strip club stories from you, or we're gonna go to ghost stories from her. Choose your own adventure here.
It's like a
Do you
game
have any
show.
more?
Choose your own adventure.
I mean, I feel like I had like a really good that last episode I was on. It was a
Yeah, you told a
it's a
lot.
love
But I want to
story.
hear about you went recently to San Francisco.
went to San Francisco
Yeah.
to performed at a strip club at an
So what
open
was
mic.
that like? Where were the strippers? What was going on?
So I guess there was a featured performer dancing like in the main room. Her name was Dillian Harper. Not familiar with her work.
Okay.
A porn
She's
star?
A porn star, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she was there doing like it's almost like at an open mic when you have like a special guest comedian, you know what I mean? But we performed at an upstairs room with its own like private little stage, its own like pole. Everybody was smoking weed, and the first night I performed,
Inside?
yeah,
Wow,
yeah. Everybody
okay.
was smoking weed.
Nice.
Everybody. And the first night I performed there, at the first open mic, a stripper came and she danced for us. It was great.
Wait, when you were on stage?
In between comics, so she did a set.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
this stripper performed. it
Did
was-
the comics tip
burlesque.
her?
They were throwing money at her.
Nice,
Yes, it
nice.
was a treat. A very,
Usually, can I say,
Yeah.
most comics don't have money to throw at strippers.
Always.
People were pulling out singles and they were tipping her.
Nice.
Getting some of the
definitely
change.
showing her respect.
No change.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry.
It was great. It was really cool to perform inside of a strip club because before the open mic started, we were allowed to sit down and watch the strippers perform.
Wow.
And so many strippers came out. Do you want to dance? And like I didn't know how to tell them. Like, oh, I'm broke. I'm a comic. No, I'm just here before the real show starts for me upstairs. And it was fun though. It was a lot. I saw my first Asian stripper. Never had seen an
Really?
Asian stripper. And all the times I've been to a strip club in Anaheim, whites, blacks, Latinas.
I've worked with Asians at Sahara.
I saw one, and she had a huge like a tattoo on her back, but I never. That was the only saw one. I saw a second one. She was beautiful, beautiful. I used to have an Asian fetish, and this one that I saw over this past weekend, beautiful, beautiful. If I wasn't going to the open mic, I would have gone to lap dance for her. I was so close.
How was her stand-up?
Horrible. She had a decent minute and a half.
Did she? Okay.
Yeah. But then after that, she just started taking her clothes off for every punchline. Yeah.
Really?
Not bad. That's a good.
There was a comic before me who took his clothes off, and I was like, that is a brave man, because he was definitely he had big titties.
Go tits. Hey.
Big boy, and he took his clothes off.
Okay.
I confused him for another black guy that I saw there the other day, and I was like, he was a different black guy. I confused him for the first guy I saw.
Uh-oh.
There was a lot of marijuana smoking going on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Secondhand smoke.
Yes, I was very much high both times I performed, and I didn't take one puff of marijuana.
Wow.
You were just
Yeah.
in the room.
Everybody was smoking.
By the way, for the female strippers that were doing comedy, was that the emergency shoot when they were bombing? They'd be like, "I'll just whip my tits out." Was that? Because that's not a bad
Wow.
move. That's
I actually,
pretty solid.
I would have preferred it from the regular female open micers. If they would have taken their clothes off, I would
Would
have
you
been
though?
like, oh.
Would you though?
Yes. Yeah, for the two chicks that
Okay.
that I met out there, yes. They're beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah. And then another strip club story. Had my bachelor party back in March. Went to
Oh,
a
you
strip
did?
club. Yeah, went to Taboo.
Oh, which one? Off Kramer?
The one that's in Fullerton-esque.
Oh.
Oh.
That one.
I don't. Oh, is
Firstly,
it La Habra?
What's the one by Max Blooms? Is that Fullerton Orange-esque?
Taboo. I know it's Taboo and
Yeah.
Off the
Fullerton.
91?
Off the 91.
That's
exactly.
Kramer,
Oh,
yeah.
Kramer,
It's
Yeah, that's the one I
Kramer.
helped open.
Nice.
You
Did you
helped
really?
Yeah,
open.
it was
Yeah.
under construction, and I got hired there, and I was
Wow.
like I ran around the stage when it was before it was open, and
They cut your thong with a giant pair of scissors at the opening.
Yeah, those huge plastic
Yeah,
grand
yeah.
opening. Yeah.
Adita Van, what was her name?
Teese?
Yes, Dita Van Teese performed there when I worked there too.
Oh.
I got to meet her. She was very cool.
Oh yeah.
I had, it was
She dated Marilyn Manson.
At the time.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, it was at first since I hadn't been to the strip club in years, and then I had my bachelor party there, and it was a little boring at first. I felt like I definitely carried a lot of baggage from my past strip club experience.
Yeah.
And then my friend Brandon over here, and along with
I'm
other
his friend.
friends, we hey.
Where was my
Came
invite?
by.
I
There was
know,
only
I
one
would
chick and
totally
she
come.
invited. See, I didn't want to make a big deal about it. I've been with my now wife for like 8 years. I was like, how about we just instead of going to a mic, we just go to a strip club.
Do you want to be invited to see us being pigs? Do
I
you
thought
enjoy
we were
that?
hoping-
I could give you
Do
guys
you
a
want-
tour of that place. I know
Give
it.
us a tour.
Oh, let's go after the
Give
show.
us a tour. Yes.
No.
What? Amber, come along.
So
I wasn't having
Come
the
along.
best of time, but then they all paid for the whole bachelor special, which is they take me up on stage and they started whipping me.
Yeah, they pull your belt off. And
They treated me like a piece of meat. I didn't
Yeah.
like
It was
it.
great.
Not
It was
bad,
great.
being
Honestly, it was pretty great. Because also you have so much bravado, so much machismo.
I do. I ooze it.
When he's unexpectedly, yeah,
You know, Mike?
yeah, exactly. But when he's unexpectedly stripped, it strips him
Oh.
of all of that as well. And he was just like, "I'm a scared little boy.
Naked. I was
Why are you
naked on
doing that?"
stage.
Did they
Yeah,
take you down to
he
your
covered
underwear?
up his
They
body.
did.
Yeah.
They did.
They did.
They kind of wanted to go further than that,
I'm a
but
boxer briefs man, and I felt very, very.
oh, you were
naked.
exposed.
I
You were
was,
exposed
I
out
was,
there.
and,
Yeah. We were laughing at
they
you pretty hard.
They spanked me. I'm not a big fan of spanking.
Yeah.
Turns out, yeah, you
Not
can't really
either.
take it, can you?
I do not like
He
it.
could
I do
not take
like
it. He
I
could not
would much
take
rather
it.
take a punch than being spanked.
Oh, shit.
Being spanked reminds me of being a child and having my mom spank me.
Oh.
Not erotic at all.
So,
It's not,
not erotic.
not a no,
Oh,
well,
okay.
no.
Okay.
No, I
Yeah.
disassociate.
Listen, but so what we did though before he was taken on stage, we talked to a bunch of strippers. We said, "Who's the hardest beater in here?"
Is that what you did?
Yes, we definitely did. Me and Jacob Trimmer.
You
He's been on
rascal.
the, of course. Jacob Trimmer. He's scum. We bring scum to scum. Yeah.
Trimmer was there. Trimmer is normally there.
He is exactly. They knew him at the
Wow.
club. They're like, "Oh,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
guy."
yeah.
They knew him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't know his name, but then you're like, "Oh, there's that silent creep that usually comes around."
Yes, yeah.
That's real.
I mentioned it to him. He's like, "Well, I'm usually there, so I'll meet you there."
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, no, that's real. And so basically, we went around to the strippers who can beat Ramon the hardest. And while Ramon was just enjoying himself having drinks, me and Trim were just going around asking all the strippers. And then they had one in particular who was like a BDSM gal, and we're like, "Hey, we need you to beat the hell out of this guy." And then she did. And then we thought we were gonna get more spanks out of you, but you could barely take it.
Didn't enjoy it. I don't enjoy it. It's I don't like it. Listen, I like. If I'm gonna get beat, I'm gonna get beat. But I don't like mixing. I don't like mixing it when it's sexual and then violence. I
Ramon,
don't like it. I don't
listen,
like
no
it.
one wanted to see you get hard
My-
out there. We
my
just wanted to see you
wife-
get beat up.
My wife tries to scratch my back while I'm inside of her, and I'm like, "You get your fucking hands off me, sweetheart." And let's.
Do you go into like the
Sweetheart.
Philly shell position?
I'm elbowing.
Button to your eye?
I'm like I go into the Street Fighter defense where I'm just blocking her every move.
My friend Nick still DJs there.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Black guy. Really cool.
Oh, there was
Okay.
a big white guy that night. That's
Yeah, yeah, it was
I
a DJ.
wonder
Yeah,
if it,
yeah.
I can't think of his name, but this, I think I know.
Yeah. So I didn't take it. I
The
didn't
DJs
enjoy
That
it.
was
hold on
fun.
to their jobs forever.
Me and this other fantastic gal, Kelly, me
Kelly.
and her both put down to get Ramon fucking just
Kelly,
spanked
wait,
on
like
stage.
my name?
Oh, really?
She's a filthy
She has my
mongrel.
stage name?
It was great. Yeah.
Sorry, baby.
Listen.
I don't like doing. I didn't like a big kasha for my like.
I'm really hurt.
Also, no. By the way, it wasn't even like a real wedding. This was a vow renewal. So
I had
it
an
was an
open mic at my
excuse to
wedding.
go. It was an excuse to go to a
You
strip
didn't
club.
invite me again?
I don't like making
No,
myself.
you
Amber.
just don't like me.
Listen, Amber.
No.
But aren't you honored that you're not thought of as scum like Kelly or me? Thought of?
It was Kelly.
Trimmer?
It was
Do
mostly.
you want to be on trimmer level?
No, not at all.
Hey, there
no
you
one
go.
wants to be on
Exactly.
Trimmer level.
Exactly.
27.
Trimmer doesn't want to be on Trimmer.
He's
level at this point.
45. I want to see a birth certificate. I believe he's murdered someone, probably,
He's been
and
hurt.
eaten them. He has been hurt.
It was all like Kelly's idea.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
all
yeah,
Kelly's
yeah,
idea.
yeah.
Like I told her I was getting. I got married in March, and I told him like a week before.
He got remarried, right? Wasn't it a renewal of vows or some shit?
No.
Oh.
It was renewal of her vows with a previous dude, now with a new dude featuring me.
Oh, okay.
That's what it
Still
was.
featuring
Yeah,
even in your
yeah,
marriage.
yeah.
That's fine.
She's had vows before.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was, the new guy.
Yeah.
You never had been married before.
I've never had no. So I was, and I honestly I didn't want to get married. I was like, yeah, you had my kids. I'm taking care of your kids. Like what the fuck is the point? But she wanted, she wanted to like, ziplock the bag instead of folding it sandwich style. You know what I mean? And I was like,
Yeah.
And I was like, sure, whatever. I have nothing to do on a Thursday. Let's do it. Yeah. So then I told Kelly, and Kelly was like, oh, we are having a bachelor party for you. And I was like, what? No, let's just go to the titty bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's
And
real.
what happened.
Heartbroken.
Listen,
I didn't.
do you? By the way, do you get down? I mean, we are filthy mongrel scoundrels. We're degenerates. You're not really a degenerate. You have the tattoos of a degenerate, but you haven't served any time. You know what I mean? Done much. Oh, maybe you have.
Been detained.
Been detained. Oh, been detained.
I've been detained.
detained. Oh, we've all been detained.
It's not fun.
But we are just. What was great too was I went to his thing. I was late showing up to the strip club. I go in there. It's like a Thursday. There's no one there. There's one stripper on. I don't even know if she was on the stage, and they're all just sitting at the table. Kelly and him and whoever the fuck else, Trimmer. And they're just kind of just twiddling their thumbs. I'm like, hey, this is a bachelor party. Let's get this started.
Asian Kelly.
Asian Kelly.
Kelly, yeah.
Asian
I thought you meant a
Kelly.
stripper named Kelly. I'm like,
No,
does a
no,
stripper
no,
named
no,
Kelly
no,
work
no,
in
no,
there?
no. Probably.
When you showed
Probably.
up, it was a party.
We had to turn it up. I had to turn it up. I'm like, oh, all right, let's
then
get booze going.
I definitely got a lap dance from like she wasn't the most attractive stripper there, but she put the time in. She talked to me.
Yeah.
She asked me like with my likes and my dislikes. You know what I mean? My turn-ons, my turn-offs, and it got me rock hard. You know.
There
what I
you
mean? It
go.
was,
There
I've been in
you
a
go.
relationship for a few years. You know what I mean? I like a little bit of emotional foreplay. You know
By the
what I
way,
mean?
here's the type of degenerate that Trimmer is. Jacob
Oh,
Trimmer.
God.
Jacob H. Trimmer. I will give his fucking full last name because Ramon was getting spanked on stage. We paid for a bunch of strippers, like 5 strippers, to go up on stage, hold him down, like they held him to make sure he
No.
stayed in place, and they were just spanking his ass. And then I was like, okay, hey, let's go up to the basically the stage where those seats are, and you have to pay like $1. And then I asked Trimmer, I'm like, hey, buddy, hey, come on up here. And he's like, no, he's like, I don't have $1. I'm like, Trim, come on, man. You don't have $1? He's like, I don't have $1. And I'm like, dude, I'll pay for you. Just come up to the fucking stage so we can watch it. This is our buddy here. This is the fucking bachelor party. So I pay for him. And later on, by the way, he goes and gets a lap dance from a fucking stripper for like 20 minutes. I'm like, Trim, you said you didn't have $1. He's like, I didn't have $1, but he's like, I had a couple of 20s. I'm like, you fucking piece of shit. He's a degenerate.
He disappeared like twice for like 30 minutes.
He really did.
Yeah,
He really did. He really it wasn't just 2 songs. Like, they knew him. They're like, we're going to give him his normal special or whatever. It was just...
He's a piece of shit.
He's a real piece. That's why he was invited, because he's garbage. He's straight up garbage.
Wow.
Human filth.
Invited. He said he was going to be there anyways. That's
Yeah,
the fucking
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Just a sentient feces, this man.
Kelly and Brandon Kafuri, we were just pre-partying at Kelly's house in Costa Mesa. We were there having a good time. We're like, hey, hey, listen, we're all gonna have a nice, delightful time. It's your bachelor party, Ramon, whatever you want to do. And Trimmer was like, we kept texting Trimmer like, hey, are you gonna come through? Or are you gonna? No, I'm at the strip club already. I'll just wait for you guys here. And I was like, all right, you piece of shit.
Trimmer, man. Yeah, no.
He's a piece of work.
He's a big piece of shit. We love him because we know him as such. You know, just gotta accept him. Gotta accept them as they are. Yeah, garbage. But it was a fun night.
It really was. It really was.
Shit, we're hitting up Cinderella Pumpkin Time.
Yeah.
We need to hear what any other stories of note. Possibly, we might switch gears. Possibly a ghost story.
I have
Amber,
a couple of ghost stories.
we need your best ghost story. Your most provy ghost story.
So we used to
Also, sorry, real quick. Who here believes in ghosts? You believe in ghosts?
Of course.
Believe in ghosts?
Energy.
Energy. Oh, okay.
Energy.
I don't like your half and half
I'm
stance
sorry,
on
I'm
this.
sorry.
I don't like your half and half stance on it.
I'm sorry. That's how I roll.
All right.
So
What do you got, Amber?
My parents' house is haunted, like
Okay.
haunted as fuck. And we would party at my house all the time. And we had like a bunch of my friends over, and we're all partying in the garage. I was in the living room with a couple other friends, and 8 of my friends come rushing into the living room, and they're like, dude, I don't know what the fuck that was, but it fucking freaked me out. And I'm like, what? And they're like, we were all hanging out, and we turned over to the left because we felt like this cold energy, and we looked, and there was a guy sitting in the corner, like holding his knees, just kind of barely looking up, and we're like, who the fuck is that guy? And when we turned back, he was gone.
Wait a minute. What city? Wait, what city is this in?
Santa Ana.
Okay, well,
Oh, it's a pretty old
we have some wily meth heads and crackheads there. They are like in and out like that.
The
They are like
garage
lightning.
door is closed.
What's that?
The garage door was closed.
You think that's stopping a crackhead?
My
true.
mom has a similar story to that.
Yeah.
Oh.
My mom has told me a similar story. Yeah.
tu madre.
Back in Mexico, she was walking home. Her and her aunt were walking home from her aunt's house, and they went down one street, and there was a person hugging their knees, kind of crying, sobbing, not really looking up, and they avoided that street that person was on, and they went down another street. Person was still there. Person was at the different street.
These are just
Wow.
emaciated junkies. I don't know if I want to verify
Okay.
that these are any.
I have another story.
Okay, there you go.
When we first
There you
moved
go.
in, we were like getting everything ready, and me and my friends, we were sitting at a table, and there was like a TV right where like that light is. And on top of the TV, for some reason, there was a butter knife just hanging on like the middle of it. And me and my friends were just talking. And as we're talking, the knife shoots across the TV about 5 feet off of it, just flies across it. And we're like, what the fuck was that? And we promptly ran out of the house.
No way.
Mhm.
It just shut
It
up.
just shot, it literally was like that out of nowhere.
Energy.
Okay.
It's like saying
Another
Hey,
time.
but a knife falls off a TV. I don't know if I'm ready to,
So you're the
call it
skeptic
poltergeist.
of the
I am
whole-
definitely a skeptic. Also, by the way, if there's ghosts, please take your phone out. For once, I'm actually requesting, take the phone out and record it, please.
You know how long it takes to hit record? I have to go.
2
"Hey, what's
seconds.
that
2
stupid code?
seconds.
My
2
thumbprint's not working.
You can do it immediately, even before the lock
No,
screen.
I can't.
Yes.
So there was this one time this guy like sent me like a video of him masturbating, and there was an orb that shot into his dick.
Ah,
It's
that's
usually
funny.
He-
Your dick is haunted.
Someone sent you a boomerang video of him coming, and then you thought it was a
No,
ghost.
a globule of fucking.
Yeah,
semen.
exactly. And you're just fucking analyzing like the JFK headshot. You're like, where's that coming from?
I'm like, dude, your fucking house is haunted. He's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, never mind, you don't get it. It's okay.
He came. Just a
there was
man came on video for you, and you
No,
you
it
analyzed it
wasn't
like
coming out of his dick. It was shooting into his
the
dick.
the boomerang video.
Was not a. How do you get?
Do you still have that video clip?
I could probably find it.
Find that video. If that's the proof of ghosts, you need to deliver that video,
Lord knows I want to see it.
I know
even
you
if the
do.
cost of
Proof
seeing
of
this man's
ghosts.
dick.
There was another time I was in my room and I was sleeping in my bed, and like at 3:00 in the morning, I'd always get like somebody would shake me like awake.
Mhm.
And one time I woke up and there was a face of like a shadow, like it was a shadow face. Like you couldn't see the eyes, you just saw the features, but they were all like dark. And then it went like this. It like stretched back out. And then a freaking shadow ran across my room. And then I promptly got sage and like cleansed my fucking room.
Well, you got Sage. Once again, the crackhead jumped out the fucking window, grabbed money out of your purse.
There was another time.
Okay.
Oh my
okay.
God.
You're living, by the way, in Crackhead Central. What city is this?
Santa Ana.
You live in Santa Ana?
Well,
Point
at my
proven.
parents'
Oh, okay,
house.
okay,
It's
okay.
very
The
hot.
defense rests, Your Honor. The
Well, then,
defense rests.
There
But
was
go ahead.
another time I was asleep and like I woke up and there was a man standing in front of my bed, and then he was looking down at me and he had like long hair. He was very tall, big, burly kind of dude with a plaid shirt on. And he walked to the foot of my bed, looked at me, turned around and disappeared into the wall.
Oh, did you feel kind of like rejected? Like, hey, am I not good enough to ghost
He
rape?
kind of
Ghost
looked
rape would be
Ghost
great.
rape.
He
Hot.
kind of looked like, you know the part in Wayne's World where Garth's like, excuse me, and he's like, get out of here, twerp, and like the big burly guy kind of pushes him down on the ground.
I like your description. I don't know it offhand,
You
but
guys
that's
don't know
good.
it offhand,
I've
but-
seen it,
Yeah.
but
At the concert?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's at the concert, and Garth's like, hey, can I get through? Excuse me, and like he's like, get out of here, twerp, and he pushes him down.
he falls
Yeah.
down to the floor, yeah.
The ghost looked like that guy.
All right.
okay.
I think that's Chris Farley actually.
That wasn't Chris Farley.
So was it?
Here,
No.
so the point is though, at this point now, please take the cell phone out and just record it. Right? Have you seen any ghosts lately in like the iPhone era?
There was one time like a mirror like levitated and fell down.
Maybe you have telekinesis and
I-
you don't know.
Maybe.
I've tried summoning the devil.
Oh,
Okay,
God
yeah.
damn.
Yep.
Yeah, I've
We've
tried
all
summoning the
been
devil.
there.
We've all been out like around 2 or 3 in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
the witching hour, and I'm like, yeah, come on, you son of a bitch.
Yep,
If you're
yep,
real,
yep.
show yourself to me. Never saw a thing.
I would
Never
not
saw a thing.
invite negative spirits.
No.
I am a negative spirit. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Negative. What's
when
negative
and
makes
I
a
invited
positive.
you here.
Yeah, when you hang around people like Brandon and Jacob.
And
there's-
Jacob.
yeah,
and Jacob.
Nothing
Trimmer,
more negative.
Jesus.
No.
Trimmer is a black hole of energy.
Oh my God,
Just,
yeah.
We should wrap it up.
We should
Yep.
wrap it up. Listen,
On Jacob Trimmer.
this
let's
is a
wrap
fucking.
it up.
Yep, this is this turns into pumpkin. Okay, we're gonna do
Alright.
plugs now.
Okay,
Aaron, go for it.
I am playing in Laguna Beach next week on Wednesday at the Laguna Beach Brewery. Last Wednesday was a shit show, so please come out for that.
Well advertised. Great.
Yes!
We're gonna bring the people in like that.
I know. No, it was good. It was good. We just chased away some Italians. Yeah.
Oh,
The
good.
Europeans are out.
Oh,
Good.
Okay.
Perfect.
I got nothing going on, so if anybody wants to book me, please hit me up at
Great.
amberscalzo.com.
But you are cutting hair.
I am cutting hair at Harbor Barber in Huntington Beach and Bouffant Hair Parlor on Saturdays in Long Beach.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, I forgot to say I'm Erin Hart Comic on everything
There
social
you go.
media.
There you go.
All right, you can find me on Instagram at Last on the List Comedy. And I got a show coming up this Saturday, July. Is it 14th?
14.
Yeah.
Yeah, July 14th. It's my first book show at this place I run a open mic out on Sundays. But it's this Saturday. Stepfather's the show. I got Chris Estrada headlining.
Oh, he was with me last night. I
Yeah,
love him.
He's fucking hilarious.
He's
We
super
had a long
hilarious.
conversation after the show. Great guy.
But
He's a
definitely-
great, wonderful guy.
Yeah, follow me on Last on the List on Instagram. Last on the List Comedy.
Also, you want to pick up Crank or anything, they have it at Father's. There's quite a following, quite a little
They
biker
sure
gang going
do.
over there.
Lloyd's.
For me, I'm at Brandon Jetty on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, BRANDONJEDDI. I host Max Bloom's Comedy Open Mic on Fridays in Fullerton. Please come by and do that shit. And I think that is it. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night. Bye. Yay. Yeah. The whole time I couldn't hear anything out of my earphones.
She just had him on.
taking these off.
Oh, good
But it
stuff.
gets me in the zone.